Hello everybody, and welcome to a new episode of me doing Rust game development. And today we're gonna do some workshops. So created these workbenches, which are super ugly, but I need to make them bigger. Not currently they're like 64 over 64, and that's not enough. So I made them 192 by 192, and we need to set up a working place for a dwarf and a place to put the items, which will probably be here or here. So let's put it here first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so this is fine. By the way, yesterday we worked on eliminating the create item task and just having one task for everything. I think that's not great, so I abandoned that idea for the second time. Okay, as this is building, we're gonna see the doors will work here. And first of all, selection is broken, so I can't select anything properly. That's fine. For now, let's make a bed. I also fixed the repeat thing, so let's create bed frames on repeat. So you saw they're made here actually, and somehow they're underneath, which is a bit annoying, but whatever. I wonder, we have here a few properties which I want to edit. So as you can see, this is the workbench position. So we need like a worker offset, which will be 1 1. So let's see, these workbenches don't have the worker offsets. They just have some tasks and the type, and that's about it. But the crafting task has some offsets, which are never set, I believe, or are. Right, so we set the allowed worker offsets sometimes. I think when we dig. And when we harvest. It's just so here the workbench will have a X1. We're gonna put just this one thing here. I think this is not needed. This is fine. Oh, these are hard coded for now. Okay. So we have this allowed worker offset, and now we just need to use it. No, so this will be always here. What's the name of this thing? Workbench. Because this is what the descriptor for a workbench is, and these are the items. So this is pretty neat. And I would like them to sit here when they work. This is just idling here. This guy is just creating bed frames here. Let me put so by default we have no offset. So we should also make a Don't clone. Right, and we put the getter. We're placing a setter here. And we're gonna consume the input, right? Because there's no reference here, which means we're gonna just need to go here in the world, mutable, so if we have something set in our JSON file here for allowed worker offsets, we're gonna set it in the when we spawn the item, because this is from the descriptor. We create a component. This is what this function does. Takes all sorts of descriptors, matches on them, and then creates components. Hey Bug Day, how's it going? Don't worry, I'm actually learning myself a bit here because... So yeah, we're trying to do some... I don't know how to do it super cleanly. So UI work is always kind of complex. I'm trying to simplify some stuff so they look better on the with the UI. That's how it started basically. Whoa, and this shouldn't return. What are we doing here? Also, thanks for the follow. Somehow I missed it. I wonder if my notifications work. Actually, I don't know. Right, I was a bit distracted because I felt like my internet went down. but it was just obvious glitching. Alright, so let's build this. So we're doing all this work so we can have the dwarf sitting here as he works on a thing here. Because right now they just bundle up on this thing here, so it's not great. So I want then the items to be left around here after they're built, or around here or whatever. So you build a table, you put the table here, and then you build a chair, you put it here, and then you build something else, you put it over here, and so on. I'll do this thing actually, because so that's what we're doing. And one thing from that is the allowed worker offset, which will go here. So let's see now. And I feel like the computer is quite struggling for some reason. Let me do a thing. Hey, Justin Cat. No, not yet. But yeah, it's a really neat language. I like it a lot. Okay. Although I did some internal stuff. But not too much. I wouldn't say it's the main language I'm working in. It's just C++ mostly. / TypeScript, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. TypeScript. No, I work on Prime Video, on the app that gives you Prime Video on all sorts of devices like TVs, game consoles, and all of that. Right, so now let's build a bed here. Don't feel like they're respecting the allowed worker offsets. Oh, because because we have this array in the workbench, but it needs to be in the task. So whenever the task is being worked on, it seems wasteful to just copy that array all the time, but it's like 2 elements, so on the grand scheme of things it doesn't really matter. Let me So we're gonna take it, modify it by injecting this allowed worker offsets, and then we push it here. So now whenever somebody would work on this workbench, it won't go here at the root position of the workbench, which is 0, 0 or whatever. It will work here because it also has the tools. Probably 1, 2 square. Wait, what? What's the syntax for that? All right. This is a bit strange, isn't it? Why is this mutable here and not here? Okay, so let's actually help ourselves. Let's not spawn the enemies because they will just fight each time and it's a bit annoying. It's taking. Okay, we're building a bed, crafting it. Let's see what happens. So they do work on them from here. But where are the items? Do they take the items at 0, 0? So in that case, so these work. These are fine. What other things do we have? We have the bill location offsets. What is this? Set bill location offset. Alright, so now they're set only from the harvest, but we will do the same here. XY Z. We're doing exactly the same thing. Technically, this should be only one possible offset. Let's leave it as an array for now. So then we do this. And when we spawn a thing here, this is done, and now we go back to the workbench and we need a okay. It. We need this. I don't think this is ever used. Yeah, it's not, so that's fine. Okay, we have these build locations. We need to add it to the task. Oh, this is only one. Oh, okay. Whereas it makes sense because the other one you can choose between more offsets where you can work on an item, but this you shouldn't be able to normally choose because you build it in one place. You can't just move the build site. So I was in a hurry and didn't work. Okay, this is it, and now we just need to correct this recipe. And in the world, This is it, and now we will oops. Come on. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let's craft a bed. Okay, and okay, build location is where the thing will be outputted. So we need a ingredients location offset. So we can do that. So let me show you why this is needed. So this is where we put the item after we built it, and this is where we put the ingredients before we build the item. And this is needed because actually, why isn't well, actually, it should be right. This only moves it at the build location and doesn't take the offset into account. Never mind, I was wrong. We can do it only with this. Okay, we have no. So we're gonna move it at this. think we're doing this twice around here. Isn't great, so I'm gonna make like a now they should match because sorry, just one thing. Where we build and where the item is spawned. Maybe we want to spawn the item a bit differently, or we want to move it after spawning. Okay, guys are idling. Let's build item. It was almost fine except for the mattress. Oh, this has no... So this had no workbench, and I think it's made to build on location. Wait, let's not set this because I wanna see. So this is the location, so... So we need to propagate these properties. Can't use self here, so I need to do something else. Hmm. I think we shouldn't mess with the other build location offsets. So now we created a bed. So the next step is to continuously make beds. Now this is not too great because they're gonna build them on top of each other, but this guy creates a mattress here and then I feel like something happening when they go and work on this mattress even though it's finished. Yeah, we should debug that. But if we click on this area, we see all sorts of beds being created. They never stop and the thing remains in the UI, so that's pretty cool because I struggled a lot making this thing with repeatable tasks that remain here in the UI after they finish, because normally they would just disappear. So let's build a king table. Show you what I mean. I want a farm here. I want this guy to create a baguette. I think 3 by 3 is quite a decent size for a workshop, maybe. Because you have some working area and you have a bit of storage area. Let's say that we can store 1, 2, 3, 4 things here. Now after we build them, we should just select one of the storage areas. And if we have all the storage areas filled, then the workshop doesn't issue more tasks. Right? Because then they can. So this guy has harvested some grains. Wait, did they? Right, so we created a baguette and then he ate it. Okay, nice. Oh, I had it on repeat. I think that these should be on top of the dwarven cake. This bench should be on top. Alright, so we have a bunch of stuff to do. First of all, let's commit these changes. Are you okay with this workbench? Fine, doesn't really matter actually. Have the repeat. Global build location. Resetting. Fine. This has no more functionality. That. Also fine. Fine again. Okay, repeat, reset, on. Oh yeah, when we spawn the workbench and here, put back the items that are on repeat, yeah. Still need to add tests before I merge this into the main branch. We're pushing this thing. Cool. Now we have done this awesome thing. We could What would be something easy to do? So this works with the workbench, that's alright. I moved it. But what if I want a bed here? What if I want a cooking table here? We make a tiny farm. Purging this as well. I wanna check there's no issues that I added with those. Then we run the tests. This is the bed. Wait, you guys can't see because big head. But we can inspect all the components. This is reserved by one of these 1778. Oh shit. So sometimes dwarves reserve an item and never let it go. So like the sickle now is reserved. Or some dude, but he probably cancelled it. I think it's because we give them this tool. And then this action probably gets dropped. But it doesn't clear the... We cancel the actions here. We set the status for a task, but if we cancel an action which is an equip armor action, so if it is so if we have an item, we should need to cancel this thing. I thought I did this somewhere, but oh, actually I'm not unreserving it because of this code. But this is not correct actually. Because if we look at here, so tells you to equip the item and sets the owner as this guy. And if I look here, it's owned by a dwarf, so So even if they have an owning task ID, let me think actually. They have an owning task ID then. I think this is only for move items, but this should do this. So if we want to consume something or we want to equip some armor, fine. If we want to move something and that has been resolved by a task, it will still be valid to move. Is it valid to move if we cancel? Okay, so they're planting now. I think I fixed that bug. Need to add some tests for it though. Then I'm not exactly sure how it could be reproduced. Maybe if they get hungry. Yes, dismembered here, it's so funny. Alright, so it seems to have fixed the issue. And now let's go to the game UI. Yeah, let's put this thing. I don't think the pending tasks are needed here, to be honest. Okay, so this is the proper order. First will be the table built. First we will build the table. So if we can check this out. Wait, what? Or is it the bed? No, it was the table. Confusing me a bit. Those are the warnings. I think this is correct in how we assign the items. So if you guys are beating that. So let's put here a bench and a table. What would it work first on? Hmm. I wonder if this is fine. Hey, it's Wilhelm. How are you? Oh, there's a thing here. So if a workbench has this bench tasks has been assigned, I think. Whoa, these are a lot of people. Welcome. So I'm building here a workbench for my game, and I'm trying to make them wait. I'm trying to make the UI display what I'm building here. And thanks for the raid. Hey, how is everyone? Well, I'm chilling at home. Okay, so these guys are chopping their heads off here. Actually, I was testing before everyone joined. I did some refactoring in the task system, so I want to test that everything else works fine. Let's also forage this area. Get some baguettes. I think everything works fine. This guy will create here, and we need to also see if the stockpile works. So I'm gonna make a tiny stockpile here, and I'm gonna move the dead guys in the stockpile. Oh no. Move item. One for one. Who calls this? Oh, okay. Actually, it should be allowed. Maybe get shouldn't be called, and there's another one. That's fine. Get shouldn't be called, but other than that, it's okay. All right, so we're gonna try this, and then we're gonna try a little bit of bug fixing maybe. So it's quite a productive day. Okay, so these guys are chopping their limbs off. I need to fix the offset here. They're beating each other off. Now let's make some items. Build a loom here. Forage this area so they don't get hungry. Build a bed. I think one of them is bleeding, so I'm gonna create a bandage and a t-shirt so they're not naked anymore. Where's the t-shirt? Here. And some wood pants. And a armor table. Okay, so we have the tasks here. It's pretty neat. They're stopping and eating. Now they'll go back to work. I need to forage more cotton. Forage. Because cotton is quite, and some things you need to actually harvest. By the way, a farm is needed also. And the cooking table. What the hell? I misclicked. And we can also dig. Really, where is it? Digging this wall. The wood helmet. Hey, Naysayer. Wait. Think. A bunch of follows. I missed them completely. Red Wilhelm, Karth 42. The Slayerizer. JFSDA. Dark Tower Builder and Dev Bordercraft. Thanks all for the follows. I completely missed you guys, so sorry about that. Alright, so these guys have their clothes. Cooking works. Digging works. And last time we couldn't set the cleaning properly. So let's set a stockpile around here. And clean these things. There we go. So they will, yeah, this will work now. Alright, and this shouldn't be here, but fine. So it seems that everything works. And I need to do something with the body parts because the dwarf hands, I mean, they chop off their hands and so on, but they're a bit... This is a dwarf leg, right? But what recipes can we do with a dwarf leg? I mean, I'm sure that's... I think when they chop their limbs, I would just despawn them, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's also add this theory down. Oh, and this guy is sleeping now. Okay, this works pretty okay. So I think everything is stable with all the new fixes we did for the task system. Yeah, we can try that. I was actually thinking about making some food recipes. Actually, let's try this. The thing is, they kind of look weird because they're 3 pixels by 1 pixel, but let me indulge that idea, DBC, because I like it. Copy the recipe for a baguette, of course. We also have the dwarven cake, which is a baguette and a strawberry. Actually, 3 baguettes and a strawberry. That's the wrong. Okay. So for example, it would be like roasted leg. Let me see. actually like that idea right now. Oh, they're like left leg and right leg. How much? Get like, that's a baguette. This should give you like 70. Make it at the cooking table. And what are the ingredients? I like it. So I think this should work. We need to wait. Dwarf. You see, this is the problem actually, because even if I don't know how to make a nice visual out of this. Okay, we have a roasted leg. Watch this. Okay, my tooling is quite primitive here, but you know. I mean, we don't eat them raw. We're not savages. We need to cook them. So let them chop themselves up now. Some of them are enemies, so that's why they're fighting. But I don't have artwork for enemies, so we are making do with what we have. Thanks for the follow, Ephirius. Anyway, tell me. Now at least I can hear the thing. Anyway. Okay, so this guy is alright. What do we need? We need a cooking table. Put the cooking table here. That's made out of stone. Alright, and add the cooking table. That's the roasted leg. What the hell? Oh, okay. I know what's happening here. Alright, so it's needs. Wait, what? No way. Did the dwarves have their needs computed? What? No. Well, wait a second, this is actually a bit wrong. Because they can have... they can have their body parts chopped off. So... but I'm so suspicious of this. We have a AI component. I thought these are removed when they die. Maybe there's some zombie doors around here. Oh my god. Oh god. Did you see what happens? Oh my god. He cooked his own leg. Oh Jesus. This is the best bug ever. Look at this actually. This best thing ever. Wait. Wait. What's this? This other thing? Actually, these need to be fixed anyway because they might remain. But I'll show. This is the best thing ever actually. Because somehow their own legs are not marked as, and to be sure we triggered this. Let's not spawn the enemies. Watch this. This is the best thing ever because they will eat. Oh yeah. I like this thing, type of bugs. Table. All right. After roasted leg. Look, this guy he stole his leg. You see? He took this guy's leg. And now, oh my god, this is horrible. He cooked it. But I need to fix these things because this game wasn't made to cope with this. Date modifiers 38. What the hell is Thank you for the follow, Constance block. This is amazing. Let me show you. Well, otherwise it doesn't. Then the true. I think it's wait. The thing is, it wasn't made to cope with the fact that living dwarves might have their limbs chopped off somehow. So we need to adjust a few things, but I like the fact that he goes and steals his leg, the other dude's leg, just to cook it. Oh my god. Doesn't cook his own leg, as you can see. He always goes to this other dude. And we do have a roasted leg here. But it's somehow behind the... Oh my god, and this guy ate it. Just horrible what's happening in this game, it's horror. Okay, alright, so... the fix for this is actually quite simple. Well, what the... Where are these things listed actually? Well, can do this actually. Now they shouldn't eat their legs, each other's legs, if they're alive and attached to the dwarf. Wow, thank you DVC for that suggestion. It turned out we fixed some bugs, and I don't know, I'm almost tempted to leave it there. It's quite cool. Wait. I need to make a map with the layers. So this 41 is just not right, but let's see what layer the... We're building the cooking table, and now if I make him build a cook a roasted leg, he shouldn't steal it from the other dude. Yeah, so now there's no... Right, and if I put back the enemies, wait, give me a second. Whoops. Yeah, my bad. I actually somehow unplugged this. Anyway, so as I said, we managed to fix this. So we use the roasted leg icon, the roasted leg, yeah, graphic texture, and we place it at the correct layer. We fix these workbenches so they're bigger, so now you can build stuff around here and then move them around in these areas. So that's pretty cool, and soon those work. You can even see them in action. So if we go here, we build a bed, you'll notice that they will work here, even though so these are two workbenches, one near the other. So this guy created a thing here, a mattress. No, this is my engine that I built from scratch. It uses SDL and OpenGL, so the Rust bindings for SDL and OpenGL. It is entity ECS based, so it has entity component systems like Amethyst, but it's not Amethyst. So basically, these are my dependencies. I use this for the input and UI, and I don't know what that is. Yeah, no, I use this other one, the SDL to create. I think it's just yeah, they're not much, not many dependencies, yeah. So I'm GUI for the UI. I work on it on my spare time, on and off, so it's about, I think, 1 year and something overall, but I took quite a long break last year. Now I started getting back into it. I actually quite enjoy it because I'm at a point where I can add more items and more interactive stuff. So this is for serialization. Actually, all of these are for serializing and deserializing, so when you save and load and so on, as well as loading the recipe table JSON. So basically this is all my data, where you have an entity, and here we have a few settings for this recipe, and these are the components that the entity will have, and these component descriptors are the data you need to spawn a component of this type: an item component, a renderable component, consumable component, and you also can set the type. Thanks for the follow, Nikito 97. Anyway, so if you want to add a new entity, you just need to create a JSON with this recipe. I have no tooling, so it's a bit annoying, but I don't mind it too much. So like when we created this roasted leg, we just copied the baguette, changed a few things, and this is the item list. This means that whenever a dwarf wants to craft this entity, this thing, it needs these items of this count, and this process is actually an internal thing. It shouldn't be here, but I wouldn't bother removing it. And then again, item component, renderable, consumable, and so on. So all the entities in the game are defined in like this. And some of them also specify actually most of them specify where you build them. So this is at source and so on. Because the cotton is harvested from a plant and it should be worked at the source of the thing. So in the if I show you here, okay, if we forage this area, this is the harvestable cotton plant, already mature. So here we spawned some 2 cotton buds, and this cotton can be used to make a t-shirt later on. And so we build here a loom. Oh, what did I do here? Right, so what else did I use? This is for logging. This is when I crash to print the stack trace. Some lazy static, I don't remember what I use this one for. This is to generate the terrain, by the way, actually the most. This is actually a 3D terrain, but you can't really see this. So here we have multiple layers. So this is level 2, level 1 and level 0. Level 0 here, level 2, level 1 and 2 here. This is more like Rimworld Dwarf Fortress, when you just tell these guys what to do and they will you don't do it. Yeah, it's exactly like Rimworld Dwarf Fortress, no more, yeah, things like that. Oh, how cool. Yeah, I fixed this. So if you put a farm here, they don't plant over the existing bushes. So here we can actually create a cloth shirt. And it just needs 2 cotton things that we already have here. After they're finished with planting, they should just make this. And now this guy will come here. Yeah. And oh yeah, as I said, the terrain is 3-dimensional in the sense that it has levels and so on, and paths over levels. Can actually if you want to read more about the engine, and how it works, I have this thing here. It's from a while ago, but it says a bit how things are spawned and so on. Yeah, and this guy equipped clothing and the clothing item. So basically I'm at a point where I'm just kind of adding content and polishing the UI and interaction with the game. The graphics isn't nearly final, so all of this is just like programmer art for now. And, yeah, because we also have digging, so we can dig this wall out. Because this darker one, it's at a lower level than this one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. think, oh, you remember when we had a panic in the anyway, I'll fix it later. And this is a profiler, and actually I can show you the profiler because I think it's quite cool before I leave. So let's enable profiling, and here we can go in main. I'll show you the easy way actually. Or whatever, let's build debug. Yeah, so I was thinking about modding, and you don't really lose type safety in the sense that it uses Serday for serialization and deserialization, so that crate actually checks that everything you read, they're the correct types and so on. So it's pretty safe, I'd say. I mean, sure, it will panic and exit, but so these are actually enums. Yeah, exactly, it is. But it's also easier to add more data and so on and extend it, so it's quite worth it, I would say. And then you can actually put an editor on top of this that just has something nicer on top. So, but these are actually, as the thing builds, they're from here. So the transform, this is a bit of a magical component. So if you have a renderable, it also adds a transform. You don't have to specify it by hand, but yeah, they have to map to this thing here. So this renderable is this renderable here. I mean, it's all right. I don't. And you can create your new items. You can't create, though, you cannot make new behaviors. So you can compose the components that I expose, but not make new components and new behavior. So that's sort of a limitation, but there's no way. I would have needed a scripted language, and it's a bit too complex. So I think it's worth even just adding new item types. You can create like sci-fi items or whatever you want if anybody wants to do that. All right, so these are moving and doing some stuff. Now we open Chrome. And here we can load that trace. So you can see here we set for about 3 seconds to generate the pathfinding data that we need. So that takes quite a while, and it's an expensive operation. And then we have the basically the game, and here we update the paths, we update all sorts of things. Put this, and this is pretty cool, and it uses a C profiler that I made some bindings to, made by a friend of mine, and it's quite neat. So yeah, it was quite useful for debugging all sorts of performance issues related to pathfinding. But yeah, anyway, this is the game. I hope you all liked it. I will take a break now because I've been streaming for quite a while, and I'll go play some Overwatch or something. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. And next time is next Sunday at about 7 p.m. GMT. Okay, bye all.